and different. Animals can't pray for each other. Animals prepare their young, but let them go usually at a very early age, where we have our family with us, you know, forever. Okay. So the animals cannot really teach people. Okay. But they do have families, but they're just very different. And then it even talks about all kinds of families. And on your religion sheet, your homework sheet, I actually did include, just for fun, a video of an elephant family. And the baby elephant falls in a very shallow little mud hole. And because he's so tiny and his legs are so short, he can't crawl out. And he tries, and Mama is putting her trunk down and trying to help and trying to help. And his elephant family, the other elephants, the larger elephants in the family, come over to help Mom try and pull the baby elephant out of the mud. He's fine and everything. He was fine when he's in there. He just can't get out. And like I said, it's not real deep, but deep for him. And it's kind of a nice video to watch. You see that elephant family come together to help the baby. Okay, but that's listed on your sheet in religion. Okay, and then it says in human families how he wants us to love one another. Okay, and how human families, God created man and woman to love one another. They love each other as husband and wife. And a human family has both a mother and a father, and how they are both responsible for caring for the children. But, and very sadly, I know sadly, that sometimes a parent dies, passes away, very sad for a young child. The parent dies, and so the family sometimes is not exactly like that. So there is a variety or a diversity in what a family looks like. It's not always just a mother and a father. If someone passes away, or someone gets divorced, or someone is separated, or maybe a child will go live with a grandparent, and that's the family. So everybody's family looks different. Okay? So I think that on this page, and I know you're doing this online, so you could take a piece of paper and draw. You don't have to turn it in, but if you want to draw what your family looks like. Okay, because like I said, every family is different. They're not all the same. Okay? It says sometimes a parent may decide to remarry, and a child may have new step-parents, or some children may live with grandparents or other relatives. Okay? Or some people care for a child who needs care for a time. These families are called foster families. We have a family across the street from my house who takes in foster children. Okay? And provides them a home and loves them and takes care of them while something in their family might be going on. Okay? It says your family portrait. Okay? And then how your family helps you to grow. You can take a piece of paper and answer these questions. What you know now that you did not know about a year ago. I'm sure you could think of a lot of things. What has your family helped you learn to do? And then in turn it says, I will help my family by what you're going to do. Okay? Then it talks about, again, with family living. And this little boy, what happened to him was his friends, it's wonderful to have friends, but his family wanted to take a camping trip. And his friend wanted him to go to the mall and watch a movie. He didn't want to go on the family trip. He wanted much more to go to the mall with his friend. So he was struggling, and he ended up lying about it. He said that he was too sick. He thought that they would go without him, and then he could go to the mall if his grandma came over. So he was 12 years old, okay? And he said, that he wanted to go to the mall. So his dad said, well, we'll postpone the trip if you don't feel well, and we'll go later. And then he felt very bad about making all this up. And as it turns out, he did go on the trip, and he apologized for that. I'm so sorry. And he realized that he had a wonderful time with his family, and that it was much more important than going to the mall with his friends. So the family is important. Friends are important too, but you want to keep enjoy your family, because they will, love you and provide and take care of you. Okay? talks about how doing things as a family is important. The attitude is important. Okay? You can be loving and generous, always have a positive attitude. Be ready to support your brothers and sisters and your mother and your father. Okay? So it says in the story, Peter was not very loyal to his family at first, but he changed his attitude after he noticed that his family was counting on him to go. Loyalty means supporting the people in your life and wanting to be with them. Okay? And then it talks about here how you celebrate things with your family. It says put a check next to the celebrations that are important to your family. Then circle a celebration that you can help your family celebrate soon. And it means all sorts of wonderful things we celebrate with our family. Birthdays, baptismal days, anniversaries, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Grandparents' Day, Thanksgiving, Memorial Day. All those, you can look at that and see which you can check which ones. Now at the very end here is kind of the review for the unit. It has one page and here. Here your answers will vary because they're more personal. So let's start with this page first. Okay. Here's the summary, which you can read. Content review. Here you have a word box. Contrite. So it's kind of remorseful, feeling sorry, guilty. Forgive, love, loyalty, and parents. So number 1, blank means sticking together even when it is hard to do. Loyalty. You're loyal to someone when you stick together. Number 2, when you are sorry for your sins, you have a what kind of heart? A contrite heart. And number 3, God's love for you is unlimited. Number 4, when you forgive someone, you accept their apology. Number 5, parents are responsible for raising and caring for their children. These are true and false. Number 1, humans live in families and so do animals. True. Number 2, all families are important to God. True. Number 3, attitudes cannot be changed. That's false. We can change our attitude. The little boy that didn't want to go camping, he changed his attitude. Number 4, God made all families the same. False. Families are different, and that's fine. Okay? Number 5, God desires us to love one another as He loves us. True. So I just wanted to do the first one with you so that you got a little feeling for this book. Okay? And then on the other page, you can fill this out. It says, thinking it through. Number 1, what do you most enjoy doing with your family? Number 2, what events have you celebrated with your family? And number 3, what events have you and your family celebrated with the church? Now down here at the bottom, it says how you can make cards. And if we were in classroom, we'd be making cards for maybe the children that would be baptized in our parish. We would give them to Father Steve. But now, because we're not able to go to church right now, if you'd like to make one, but you don't have to. I call this optional. You have the option of not doing it right now. But I know some of you loved and do such a good job making beautiful cards. You could make a pretend card or make a card for someone in your family instead. Okay? And then we'll do this next week. This is the next week work. Next week we do Unit 2. Okay? So that's kind of an introduction to your new religion book. Okay? That we'll use for several weeks. Okay? Thank you. Goodbye, third graders.